Hello everyone, my name is Logan. Welcome to episode 2 of the Seastone Lowdown. I want to give you guys kind of an update on what's going on at the church this week, as well as a devotional thought on how we can really be pursuing Christ in our week. So the first thing about just kind of what's going on this week at church, this is obviously Easter Sunday coming up. And so this Friday, April 10th, we have our Good Friday service. Me and Christian Manning are going to be kind of tag teaming speaking at that service, and we'll be at 6:30 p.m. Streaming on our YouTube channel. So we would love for you guys to join us then. One thing we would love if we could have you guys be a part of is we're going to do communion actually at a Good Friday service. And so that'll be obviously a little bit unique because you guys won't be here and it'll be a little bit different. And we would encourage you though to take part in that at home. You guys can get juice, you can crackers. It doesn't have to be juice and crackers. It doesn't have to be grape juice. That stuff is all just part of the symbolism that goes into communion. So I would encourage you guys to have something prepped for that, and we'll have communion during our Good Friday service. Easter is obviously also coming up this weekend. It'll be streamed live at 10 o'clock on Sunday. It'll be like our normal kind of service, which we're excited. We hope you guys can join in, and I'd even encourage you to invite other people to join in on that stream as well. Barbara's going to be having something special come out for our kids at Cornerstone, which will be great. I know it's kind of a different thing for them not to be here at church on Easter Sunday, where we normally do our Easter egg hunt and all that. So she can have something special coming out on Saturday on our YouTube channel. It'll be a video. She'll have a lesson as well as a craft that you guys can put together at home and kind of a video for them to watch as well. Something I want us to focus on this week as we transition into our kind of devotional thought here is I think it'd be so easy for us right now with everything that's happening in the world to kind of let Easter fly by us, and it's different than it normally is. We're not coming to church on Sunday morning. I'm not coming to church on Friday night. It's going to be different than how it normally feels, but it'd be really easy for us just to kind of let Easter breeze by and not really consider heavily what that means for us, what Easter is all about us remembering what Christ has done for us, that what his death and resurrection means for our relationship with God. It's so huge, and especially with Good Friday service coming up, I think it's such a heavy service for us, and it should feel heavy. It's a difficult subject matter where we're kind of feeling the weight of Christ dying for our sin. And so I would really just encourage you guys to prep your hearts for that this week. And I want to read Isaiah 53 verses 3 through 9 here, where it's really talking about what Christ is going to go through. Right? It's Isaiah prophesying about what Christ is going to go through in his death and what that means for us. And I just want that to kind of resonate with you and just process what it means for God, who loves us so much that he would send his son to die for us and to experience this. So Isaiah 53 verses 3 through 9 says this: He was despised and rejected by men, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief, and as one from whom men hide their faces. He was despised, and we esteemed him not. Surely he was borne our griefs and carried our sorrows. Yet we esteem him stricken, smitten by God, and afflicted. But he was pierced for our transgressions. He was crushed for our iniquities. Upon him the chastisement that brought us peace, and with his wounds we are healed. All we like sheep have gone astray, and we have turned every one to his own way. And the Lord has laid on him the iniquity of us all. He was oppressed and he was afflicted, yet he opened not his mouth. Like a lamb that was led to the slaughter, and like a sheep that before its shearers is silent, so he opened not his mouth. By oppression and judgment he was taken away. And as for his generation, who considered that he was cut off out of the land of the living, stricken for the transgressions of my people. And they made his grave with the wicked, and with a rich man in his death, although he had done no violence, and there was no deceit in his mouth. I just want to encourage you guys that this is such a powerful statement for us, that the God of the universe who made us, that he sent his son to die for us, to experience those things I just read, so that we can have a relationship with him. While we were still enemies of him, while we were still walking in sin, he sent Christ to die for us. I just encourage you to dwell on that this week as you guys just prep your hearts and consider what Good Friday means for us, what Easter means for us, that you would just feel the heaviness of what Christ has done for us, but also look forward to the joy that comes with Easter, the joy that comes in his resurrection and what that means for us, that we now have a relationship with God that isn't just temporal, but it is eternal, that we get to experience forever. So I love you guys here at Cornerstone. I love what our church is doing in the midst of this crisis and pulling together in community. I'm excited to see you guys on Friday and excited to see you guys celebrate Easter Sunday together. We'll see you then.